What I could not quite convince myself was a coincidence, though, because the king is mad and I live in a mad house.
You forget yourself, Charlotte.
All this time I thought I was the damaged one, that somehow I was deficient when he...
The king is not mad! What could you know about that?
When Charlotte learned the truth, that George had only married her to sire an heir, her heart was completely broken. On their coronation day, they appeared the perfect match for the public, but the moment the door closed, they immediately distanced themselves from each other, with none of the intimacy of a newly married couple. What's more, they agreed to fulfill their marital duties only on even days, solely for the purpose of producing an heir. Not long after, Charlotte planned to attend a ball hosted by Lady Danbury, but Brimsley informed her that George would not appear at any court events. As a confused Charlotte ranted about George, Brimsley accidentally let slip that George was seeing a doctor. Late that night, Charlotte gently questioned him about it. George brushed it off as a necessary procedure before the coronation, but it did nothing to ease her suspicions.
You would think they would want to examine the Queen as well. 'Tis all anyone cares about, me making a baby. You'd think there would be doctors all over me. Instead, you were the one seeing doctors in the cellar.
Seems important to you that we were in the cellar.
Because the cellar feels like a secret.
The cellar is where his examination room is.
Before long, Charlotte caught George gardening with his own hands in the garden, deepening her confusion. After Lady Danbury spoke sense to her, Charlotte realized that her marriage to George was not only vital to the kingdom's stability, but also to the fate of the black race. She then went to George and ended their even days arrangement.
You live for the happiness and the misery of a great nation. That must be exhausting and lonely. No wonder you spend so much time in the garden.
With Charlotte by his side, George attended a high society banquet for the first time in his life and danced with her in public. Just as things were finally looking up, however, Charlotte woke in the middle of the night to find George running naked into the garden, raving and searching for his Venus. Though utterly shocked, Charlotte approached him softly, pretending she was the Venus he sought, and led him back inside. The next morning, George woke, saw the chaotic drawings on the wall, and knew at once he'd had an episode the night before. Meanwhile, Charlotte rushed straight to the palace and confronted the Queen Mother about hiding George's condition. Unbeknownst to them, George had followed and heard every word. Thinking Charlotte saw him as a monster too, he left with a broken heart.